time I started this mask, but it is complete. So are you ready for the reveal? And there it is. There, look how big the mask is. So you can see my eyes. Let me turn off this light. You can see my eyes, the chin. On the sides, they have these little red marks. That's where you would punch a hole with a hole puncher. And voila, you have your mask. But I took it a step further. Now, I have not seen this on YouTube, where I created my Scully. And again, this is the 4th time. Now, this was record time. I've done this, I mean, literally record time. Normally, it takes me 3 hours because it's all new to me. And I was really surprised that this one took me about 2 hours. And then I took a break in between. So, you know, literally 2 hours was the tops. And there it is. So now, here's where I take it a step further than normal mask. People take these masks, they do have people that make masks for paper mache, but when they do it, it is so different than the way I do it. They don't do it like I do. This just came to me, you know, at the spur of the moment. You're thinking of, how can I do this? How can I do this? And how am I going to put this together? When my mind says, you know what? It can be done. All things are possible if you think them very through carefully. So here's the balloon. Voila. Here's the mask. And you see how that overlays right over the top of the balloon. This one is going to be a very good fit. So what you do is you get masking tape and you're going to secure it down on the top of the skull. It fits beautifully over that top. You're going to get masking tape. Well, I don't have the balloon correctly. Let me see. So you might want to mark it with a marker. Just make sure it's not a sharp marker that might pop your balloon. So here it is. Got it over the mask. But in the inside, if you notice, it is hollow. So what you want to do is what I do. Now you can use whatever you want to stuff it in here. So you can keep the nose hollow. I don't know how to turn the light down. I apologize. But it's very, very bright. So inside the mask, it's hollow. The nose is hollow. There's, you know, the top of the forehead is hollow. So you can either get some paper, crush it up, or what else could you use? Toilet paper, you know, or cotton, toilet paper, cotton, and then you want to put some tape into these hollow areas. So that way, when you place it on the balloon, it's not going to be, if I was to try to add paper mache on here, look what can happen. It could start bending in. Having something in there like cotton balls, dryer sheets, towel paper, toilet paper, something that'll go in there to fill up these hollow areas. So when you tape this down, and don't forget when you're going to put those, whatever you're going to use, toilet paper or cotton balls or towel paper, make sure you do add some masking tape to hold that in, to keep it nice and tight. So when you add your balloon like that, you'll be able to kind of press it down and it won't sink in. That is the whole goal, is to not have it sink in when you're starting to add the glue and the paper. Your whatever you're using, news clipping, junk mail. When you're making paper mache, just normal paper mache, you're going to use glue and you're going to use paper. and you're going to start adding the paper over everything, including the balloon. Now, you're going to tape this down, you're going to fill up all those empty crevices, but then you have this huge hollow gap. And you're going to say, now what do I do? Well, I'm going to show you. So let's put this on the side. We're going to get another balloon, okay? Be right back. So, I'm bringing out back my electric balloon pump. So, you're going to have to figure out how big that little pardon me, that big space is. Don't ask me why I said that. That just popped out of my mouth. I apologize. I'm only human. So, here we are. That way. Again, I apologize. I normally never say anything like that, but it came out. And I'm only human. So, you have your balloon. You made the other balloon. So now you want to remove a lot of that air. That seems... You want to be able to fit that in there. There we go. I made it a little too small. Okay, there it is. So get your balloon. Again, make it nice. Which isn't always easy for me to put that in. There we go. Got it. There is my second balloon. So I've got my balloon. I added the cotton balls. I taped this down. And now I'm going to add this balloon into there. Like so. Now I think I made that balloon a little too big. No, actually it fits. And there is the mask. There it is, right there. Don't forget, you're going to stuff the chin, just like I said, the top and all those hollow places. See it already concave, and you don't want that. Not after all this hard work. You don't want this to start concaving. You want to start adding your filler, fill it up with, they even have this stuff called pillow fill. You know, like when you're stuffing animals for like dolls and stuff, you can use that as well. Just fill it up so it'll be nice and firm before you add the masking tape. Then you're going to fill up those empty in here. To hold down the balloons. You're going to use masking tape to hold the balloons all in place. And you're going to fill this all up with pillow stuffing or something to hold that all down. And then you're going to add masking tape to cover it all up and close it up like that. And then you'll have your mask. Look at that. And I have not seen this anywhere on YouTube. Nowhere I've seen it. So that's where my idea came from. It wasn't something that I learned on YouTube. And I wanted to share that with you. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my masking tape. Pardon me. So, with your masking tape, I'll use my lamp to kind of show you what I do. Now not everybody, no one has done this. I don't know if you've done everybody, but nobody has done this. I get my masking tape. Let me get my reading glasses. These are just for reading glasses. There it is. Okay, I get my masking tape and I just lay it on something like this. I do that with anything with tape. And now I'm going to open it up and cut this. Okay? Now what you want to do is make some slits. So when you add it onto the balloon, it's going to open up like this So it'll be a lot easier to place it. If you try to place this on the balloon, it is not going to work. It's gonna be buckled. So this is what you want to do prior to stuffing your balloon. Okay? This is just the inside of what I do. And I learned this when I started using what they call basting tape. Not basting tape, but bias tape. I did a lot of sewing. So that's ready. Start getting all your tape ready. Try to be prepared before you start doing anything else. So I start preparing my tape before I get my stuffing. And I start cutting my tape. And then I'll get another piece. You're going to need a lot. This is a good amount to start with. Okay. Well, let me finish what I'm doing, but I'm giving you an inkling of what I'm going to start with first. Get a lot of this masking tape. I'm going to look for, I've got a lot of pillow stuffing that I haven't been using for years. I've been using my good stuff, like my nail polish cotton balls, and that's expensive. And then I remembered I have a lot of this. I used to make a lot of Raggedy Ann dolls, so I bought a big box of stuffing for the animals, little dolls and things that I was making, and now I'm not using them. And I realized, why am I not utilizing the stuffing to stuff into the crevices? So what I'm going to do, this is going to be another video. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to get the stuffing. I'm going to put my rolls back. I don't want to have all this confused. I use a lot of containers, like ice cream containers, whatever I have I can use. I no longer need my tweezers, so that's going to go back into my stiletto. And then I have made a little sleeve, and this was just from a tube. I don't even know where it came from. And I just made a little tube, put my sharp stiletto in there, and I've got my tweezers in there, and I add everything in my container. This is my cat's little snacky poos, and I've got all my scissors, things that I'm using on a constant basis. I'm not going to be using my scissors at this moment, so I want to put those away from my balloon. I don't want to have them right there where you accidentally start breaking things. So I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to get the stuffing that I use for my dolls, and I'm going to start stuffing it in here. And I'm going to use tape or masking tape. I got really itchy from something. I don't know. I got allergic to something. Well, anyway, I'll be right back.